Hey girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey. What's up?
Nothing
Back in
much.
this bitch like we never left.
3 episodes in a row.
Look, Liddy and Clubhouses.
I'm just saying.
Let me
We're
tell y'all
holding up our
something.
end of the bargain.
Look, let me tell y'all something. For those of y'all who have been missing these Clubhouse sessions, y'all need to get y'all life. And we are not just being a hype, but these conversations have been Liddy. Like it will start from a random conversation and it just rolls into like conversations of awesomeness. Like this last one, it was amazing. And y'all just missed the fuck out. We're not going to recap it for you because guess what? You should have been there. So,
I had the misfortune of having to hear people talk about Trey Songz again. But other than that, yes, good times, good times.
right. Besides that little hiccup, then,
Hmm.
how was your weekend?
I was going to say, how was your Valentine's Day? Because I wanted
Oh,
to talk about a topic that I saw come up around that time,
okay.
you know. But so, how was Valentine's for you?
Um, a COVID Valentine's. We were in the house and we Uber Eats Carrabba's. That's it. And then watch some TV, like sexy food and laziness. So that's the way to my heart.
I was
So,
lit.
for sure. What you do?
Uh, well, my husband got me a wine membership so I can get 2 bottles of wine every month. And it's a place
Lit.
that has like really good wine. And he
Mhm.
got me some earrings. And then I got him because his man cave, it's like anime shit in there because he's a nerd and that's what he likes. So I got a picture made where it put us in his favorite anime, which is Naruto.
Wow. My daughter and my best friend's son watches that on Netflix. And it
Mm.
pisses me off because it doesn't come on Netflix, like the kids Netflix. So she has to use like my sign on my account. And like it's messing up all like the suggestions. And I'm just like, look, we're gonna have to just bump up the age on your shit because like you're messing up all my little suggestions out here. So
Yeah, he's really into that, and that's his favorite one. So we're by the Burning Leaf. Anime nerds will know what the fuck I'm talking about if you like that show, but that's yeah, that's that.
interesting. So what's the topic?
So a lot of men, the same men that I feel like we're complaining about Russell Wilson and Future, but we already had that conversation on
On
Clubhouse. So
Clubhouse, so
yeah,
you missed it. It was good.
but But I feel like the same caliber of men we're talking about. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. There was some ashiness, but there actually were some genuine conversations. So men were on Twitter discussing how women are not thoughtful when it comes to gifts. All they give for Valentine's Day is vagina, and just basically that women suck as gift givers. So, do you think that Valentine's Day should be a day of exchanging love, or is it just for women? Do you think that you're a good gift giver to your husband?
um,
Uh,
I mean, I since I've gotten, I'm not gonna say since I've had kids, like I'm not a good gift giver to anybody except my children. So that's for birthdays, anniversaries, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, whatever other holidays that you're supposed to give gifts. Like we had made a long standing agreement to not give gifts. Like don't buy me nothing for my birthday, don't buy me nothing for Valentine's Day, don't buy me nothing for Christmas. But niggas is hard headed and every now and then they'll just like sneak and get something. Like I was that sneaky nigga for Christmas, and he was like blown because he was like, we made the agreement, like we had to get
mm-hmm.
each other. And I was like, yeah, I seen this and I wanted this, so do. But I feel like when I put forth the effort, I'm a good gift giver because like I do those thoughtful gifts that like you might have mentioned a year ago and you don't even remember that you mentioned it in front of me, and then I pop up like, hey, remember this? Like, oh, nigga, was listening. But on the regular, fuck no. Um, and I don't feel bad. Like, I mean, the person that you got, and
But
here I
y'all
am.
have, yeah, well, y'all have an agreement together, so it's not like you're not a good gift giver. It's just y'all don't give each other gifts. Y'all have an agreement. So that's different. So
but Valentine's Day, I feel like, not to cut you off, it's like it, even though it should be an exchange of gifts, I feel like honestly the focus is on the female, because I feel like it means more to females than it means to males. So guys want to go above and beyond and get good gifts because they don't feel like hearing the bullshit from their girl about like not getting nothing or having a suck gift or something like that. But on the flip side, I don't think too many guys will complain if like they got a trash gift on Valentine's Day from a girl. They're just like, okay,
but
whatever.
they were complaining because even if you take Valentine's Day out of the equation, they were
Mm-hmm.
saying overall a lot of women are trash at giving gifts, and that the argument was that, you know, women have these really high expectations for the kind of gifts that they want for Valentine's Day and anniversaries and birthdays and Christmas and Mother's Day and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's time to reciprocate, it be some bullshit like this one dude was like, I just find it crazy that, you know, on Mother's Day, they'll promote like jewelry, but for Father's Day, they'll be like, here, nigga, here's a tie from Kmart.
I mean, niggas need to stop being so basic. What the fuck y'all like beside Jordans and Xboxes and PlayStations? So, I mean, like,
Well,
what the fuck else do y'all want?
At least your husband likes Jordans. I don't know what my husband. Listen, so
Men are basic. So, what do
I
we
knew
do?
he wanted tools, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many tools to get. There's you know, you can start from anywhere. I was going to
Right.
start him off, get him a little basic starter tool set,
And
because
then
I was
build
like,
from there.
I can build from there.
Right.
I can get him some slum shit. And he's going to eat that shit alive.
Right.
His brother-in-law gave him about 50, 11 goddamn tools for Christmas.
Oh shit, that fucked that all up.
My dad got him a toolbox. His toolbox is damn near full
So you can't
already.
even build upon it. That man could build a whole house right now. You can't add on to it.
My nigga.
They took all your shit.
So I say this to say, outside of those tools, I never hear him say that he wants anything, because he's not a sneakerhead. So he's
Right.
not like, oh, I can't wait to get the new da 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 da's that come out on Friday.
Right.
Um, he's not on drugs. He doesn't gamble. I mean, I just have nothing else to give him
Like
outside of
maybe
that.
it could be something nice to put in his man cave, like in his space to help him decorate. Maybe that could be something.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the picture I got him is specifically for his man caves, and
Got it.
he loved that. And then he likes watches, so
Mm-hmm.
I get him watches or whatever. And I think watches are cool because you can get
Different
cheap
ones for different
watches,
outfits.
expensive ones, this
Right.
color, that color. So, but it's like, okay, those three things, I don't have it.
Look.
In the past, I got him an Xbox. The nigga don't play it.
Mm.
I got him a Nintendo Switch. The nigga don't play that.
Got a Nintendo Switch for my daughter. She plays it like once a week. I'm about to take that shit, plug it up in the living room, and fucking play Mario Kart and all that shit. Like I'm about to rough that shit and be like, you're not putting this shit to use. Like it's good goddamn games on here and you bullshitting. Like
The consensus is, though, overall, that sex is not a Valentine's Day gift, because they get that same vagina every day. So
some of
y'all
them don't.
ladies need to do better.
But some of them don't get it every day. So it is a gift for some guys.
Well, my question that nobody answered was, so if I get you a bomb gift, do I still got to give you some at the end of the night?
I don't think you should, since it's not a gift. So and you get the same poon every day, then guess what? Here's your gift and I'm going to sleep. Be blessed. Now, I
I
bet you
don't.
then they'll complain about that. Oh, I don't even get no ass on Valentine's Day. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, so y'all never gonna be satisfied. You're not gonna be satisfied if we just give you the phone. But then if we don't give it to you and a bomb gift, then you go like, I mean, that would have been the icing on the cake. Like, look, men.
So I have top more topics. So if a man
Mm-hmm.
provided in your household 100%, you did not have to pay a bill. You did not have to fix anything. But he just expected, it wasn't a conversation y'all had prior, but he has the expectation that the things that he needs, he will not go without. For example, if this man needed new socks and he sent you a text message, like, remember I tagged you in this?
Yes. Explain it for the listeners.
Okay. So I'm Dice's husband. And I'm like, damn, Dice, I do everything. I pay all the bills. Like, damn, I got holes in my socks. Why you ain't go to Target and give me some new socks? And Dice hit me with but you grown. You should be able to go get your own socks. And his thing is like, but my nigga, I bring home the bacon. You can't give me no socks. Make sure my holy socks and my drawers are straight. And Dice is like, nah.
Like some shit. Nah. And sing. That was perfect depiction. But I mean, it's like I kind of feel honest and truly. I feel both sides. Like if I'm doing every fucking thing, like in your role, because I guess you can play roles. That your role is to take care of home. And by taking care of home, it could be keeping the house clean, taking care of the kids. I don't know if it's the business behind the house, like actually paying the bills as far as like going online to pay it, like not actually providing the money, but like the management of the house.
Mm.
And if you buy the kids clothes and your man run out of drawers, maybe he's like, well, nigga, why not me? Like I'm out here working and paying and hustling and scratching and surviving, nigga. Like, give me some drawers, ho. But at the same time, I'm like, you understand. So I mean, like Amazon works the same way. Target is right down the street. So like I feel both. I personally would never be a stay-at-home mom because like I'm a busybody and I would at a minimum have some type of business, something that I was running while I was a stay-at-home mom. Like I just can't do one thing and sit my ass the fuck still and enjoy time. I have to for some reason make myself stressed out and busy always. But
Just because you're
yeah,
Leo.
it gotta be. I've been like this in high school. Like in high school, I joined so many like activities. Like I was in a million clubs and stuff. And then when I went to college, I was involved in a whole bunch of shit. And here I am in my regular life. I can't just sit the fuck still. Like I'm always like signing up for some shit and then be like, God damn, I got so much to do. Be like, well, bitch, sit still. But anyway, I say all that to say, I personally don't see me being a stay-at-home mom. But if for some reason I looked up and got some rich ass nigga and was like, nah, babe, I'm gonna take care of you. Like, sit still. I don't think I would mind buying a nigga drawers and socks if that was like something that was discussed like as a part of like taking care
But
of the
let's
home.
say it wasn't.
Then I would be
Like,
like, nigga, what's wrong with you? And look at him like that. Like, if it wasn't discussed and it's just like, well, bitch, why the fuck you ain't take the initiative to like buy my new
when,
drawers? Like, nigga, how I'm supposed to know you got holes in your drawers? Like, what the fuck? I'm not the peen inspector every day to see like. I mean,
no, I get that. I definitely don't think no grown woman should have to go and look in no grown
like
man's
going through
drawer
his drawers to be like,
to
oh,
see
these
if
are kind of
it's.
worn. It looks like you need some more. So like,
But my question is, let's say y'all didn't have the. No, that's not my question. My question is, when would this conversation come up? Like, and when would that conversation come up? The whole listen, if I don't want.
engagement. Like when you
So if
dating an
you
engagement off the rip to be like, when you're talking about how you envision your marriage and your household, be like, I plan to be the provider. So like, I really would like you to, hold the house down. And that would include like in the future, if we have kids, like making sure that you manage everything dealing with that. And like, even though I'll be putting the money in the accounts because I'll be the one working, maybe you manage the finances or I manage the finances and I can log on and pay everything. And like, the upkeep of, if my drawers are fucking holy, like, buy me some new drawers when you buying the kids some damn drawers or something, like just the management of making everything work. Like let that be communicated off the rip. But like you can't get into a marriage and then all of a sudden you popping some shit up like where my new drawers at, bitch? And I'm like, at the
No,
store.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying what I guess what I'm saying is like people have a lot of conversations when they're engaged.
Right.
But the longer you're married to somebody, things change, people change, circumstances change. They may not have been in that position when they were engaged. That may have been something that happened, maybe his career popped off and so she stayed home or whatever.
Right.
Things change. So
Right.
that's why I was kind of asking like, well, when would you have this conversation? Because if you the only time you had a conversation was engagement time and then things change.
Well, if it happened in engagement time, then once we got married, like that shit should be kicking into effect on what we talked about. And then when you popped off and got money, then maybe another conversation, because hopefully it's an open means of communication. So like if shit changed, you'd be like, look, I got this job now. Like, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I'm working more hours. Like, I need you to take on more responsibility. Maybe that'll include helping me out with like the small things, like making sure like, if my clothes get worn out or something, maybe you can like replace them. Like, obviously I'll be paying for them, but like I'm gonna be so busy that I'm like, can you buy it for me? Like, my sizes, like help me out. So it's just all about the communication, I would think. But I just wouldn't bang with it if it was like it was never discussed, the communication wasn't there, and then you're looking like you can't buy me some new drawers, and I would be looking at you like the what the fuck face. So yeah, I mean, I don't think that it's like one particular conversation like this is where it needs to be addressed, but I would say if the husband has this strong feeling on this is how stuff should be ran, it should be said in the beginning, because don't marry somebody and not tell them your expectations, because then you get married and be like, I didn't know you was like this, because especially watching the damn Love and Marriage shit, like the expectations off the rip before you even get married. Like, you want me to be Susie Homemaker, or can I have a job in a life? Like, that stuff needs to be discussed off the rip. And then, like you said, if feelings change, jobs change, then that also needs to be discussed along the way.
So, and I'm let me say personally, you can get your own jobs, but
That part.
this leads to my second question, which is if a man does provide 100%, what percentage do you feel is acceptable for you to cook and clean? Like if all of your bills, let your student loans, your car, the house, all he takes care of everything financially. So how much of the household responsibilities are yours?
But let me just start off by saying my dad raised me very well. And he
But
told me as a young kid to never depend on a man. And
my
that
father
was,
did as well, but we have to play the game.
I know we playing the game, but I'm just saying, from then, it just cultivated my mind to always never put myself in a situation where a man was paying or doing 100% of any fucking thing for me. And I'm that way even with friends, because I don't want anybody to hold anything over my fucking head when they get in their feelings to be like, oh, well, bitch, I was paying for everything. I was doing all this for you. You will never be able to say that about Dice, because
Are you paranoid with your friends?
I'm paranoid with everybody. Like, I don't like to borrow money. Like, none of that. Like, I think I can count on one hand how many times in my lifetime I've borrowed money, even from close friends. Like, I'm talking about like best friends, like on one hand, because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, this broke bitch was asking. No. So I would rather struggle and figure it out, sell some cheeks on the side or something. I'm joking. I was
OnlyFans.
joking. Look, I wish OnlyFans was popping back in the day before I was married, because look, y'all would have got these skinny cheeks. But anyway, I to play the game, but in real life, this would never happen to Dice, because you're not paying 100% of shit. Um, if I was in a situation where this nigga was literally financing everything, paying for the house, health insurance, children, clothes, vacations, everything. And I'm not doing anything. Like, I literally have no job outside of the home, like no type of business, like nothing like that. Then I would assume that my role would be to take care of the house, which means all of it. Like, I'm the one who's going to be cleaning the house or calling the maid in to clean the house, depending on how big that bitch is, or cooking or calling the chef to cook, depending on how rich we are. Like, but I mean, if I'm not working and I'm not doing shit else, like, I'm not doing shit else. So, like, taking care of the kids and maintaining the house would be my job.
Oh, so I was actually going to ask, and how do you feel about that if kids were thrown in there? But you said maintain the kids and all that. So, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but
I
that would
thought you
never be me. I'm playing the game.
I thought you were speaking on just a woman and a man. I was going to ask if you felt any differently if kids were thrown into the equation.
Well, I
Excuse
mean,
me.
if if you take kids out, you definitely got a lot of time on your hands to do all this shit around the house. Like, if you ain't got no kids and you're not working, you can't clean the house and cook. What you doing all day? Laying by the pool, like, bitch, what you doing? Like, cook. The fuck. Yes, with the kids, it adds an extra layer of work, but like pre-COVID, kids go to school.
They not all of them.
I mean, unless you like popping them bitches out like Monique and shit, and
Lil
you got like
Lil
one of every
Saint
age.
a couple years ago, like when they're not school age, like when they're
Oh,
two,
oh.
when they're terribly two,
Then you
and
terribly take care of that kid, and like, I mean,
wash
I'm a
dishes too.
I'm a stay-at-home mom during COVID. I'm working a full-time job and take care of children. So,
Ooh, listen,
cause
when
look, but like I said, this is not dice because no nigga will be able to hold over my fucking head that they pay for everything. I don't give a fuck if I marry LeBron James, nigga. Guess what? I'm gonna have some fucking foundation
LeBron
on the
James,
side where I'm making
LeBron
some goddamn
James.
money and I'm bringing something. Cause I'm like, bitch, I pay fucking electricity this month and the fucking water. So I got some say so, but like, you're not about to pay for every fucking thing. Like,
What they say, if he can feed you, he can starve you. So
yeah, you're
I'm
not.
we're
Ain't no
I
way.
no listen. I my dad, I grew up
Got
with
me
him, so
hip, huh?
I already
Take that shit away
know.
from you, then you ain't got no clothes. Like, and they be like, I'm taking this from you, or like, you know what, fuck this, I'm taking all the money out the account. Your name ain't on the account. This my house. Get the fuck out my house. Your name not on the house. No, 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 man.
But I wanted to have this conversation because when it came up, like I was thinking they was just talking about a man and a woman, and then they were talking about kids, and I was like, well, what if you come home one day and your wife doesn't feel like cooking because she was dealing with the kids all day? Let's say they were younger. They
Turn
weren't in
the fuck
school.
up.
Let's say it's COVID and goddamn daycare is closed because now that's a goddamn thing you have to consider.
For sure.
She's tired and she does not feel like cooking, and she's like, "Babe, can I just order something?" And you're
First of
like,
all, you're not my dad, so I'm not asking you, can I order something? If I don't feel like cooking, guess what the fuck is going to be in the house when you get home? Some Uber Eats or wherever the fuck I picked it. If you don't like it, you can choose to not eat or go back out and get something else. And I'm not asking you, is it okay to
but
order?
it's dudes flat out that feel like they should not have to eat like nothing fast food or shit like that unless it's like a special occasion because they got a wife at home that's supposed to be doing that.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? I will order the chef to come in since we obviously
But
well off. Cause look, fuck that. Like, if I'm maintaining and managing the house, then this is my fucking lane. You're gonna get what the fuck I get. You're not asking me what you can have when I'm cooking. So you eat whatever the fuck I cook when I'm cooking. So guess what? I feel like fucking getting Cheesecake Factory, and I'm gonna put that bitch on a nice plate. You don't even have to eat it in a plastic, so you can feel like you're fancy. But guess what? You're gonna eat whatever the fuck I put on that plate, or you not gonna eat, or you can get your ass back in the car and get what the fuck you want. Like, that's why I'm I'm not with a rich nigga that expects me to take care of the house because the nigga will be hungry, my nigga.
these weren't rich niggas that were having this
Huh?
conversation.
Time
I
out.
mean, when I say
Elaborate.
rich, they weren't celebrities.
So these is regular ass niggas working a 9 to 5, talking about what,
About their expectations, how they would
nigga.
how
So you able to fucking afford a trap house, and I'm supposed to like because you paying to keep us in the trap house. I got fucking wash, clean, no Chick-fil-A, only home cooked meals, chicken Alfredo every night. Like, get the fuck out of here, you broke nigga. I'm thinking you talking about I'm with a millionaire or some shit. Like, nigga, you
That's why when you
nigga.
kept talking about a chef and all that, I was like, oh, she living a good life.
Nigga, I'm thinking you talking about like I'm marrying like I don't know, a rich nigga. Like I'm with LeBron, Chris Brown, and some like niggas.
I was talking about like a lawyer, you know.
You thought, bro?
I
Nigga,
cannot breathe.
bro,
Lawyer,
nigga, no.
we don't want to offend any lawyers. You're not broke.
Oh no, y'all not broke, but y'all not doing enough.
Y'all not LeBron
James. Life. Wait a minute. It's level to this submission, bitch. You guys relax.
That is the name of this goddamn episode, and I'm going to write it down. Pardon anybody watching on YouTube.
Look, it's no way. I really thought you was talking about like a rich man taking care of me. You talking about a 9-to-5 man taking care of me. Oh, we still struggling.
My stomach.
You gotta cook every night, nigga. Balance that checkbook and stop playing with me. Get the fuck out of here. Nigga, I would be talking back too much. Divorce my ass.
Oh, my stomach. Oh shit.
No, ma'am. We need specifics with these games because I really thought you meant like living in a lap of luxury. That's why I was like, nigga, pay your chef then. Like, what are you talking about?
You started talking about chefs and stuff, and I was like, no, these was regular hoes. This was not.
Niggas, that's my Facebook friends. Y'all, if y'all was anybody that's friends with me on social media, y'all do not have the bank accounts to be talking this shit. Y'all have to relax. Y'all might be doing nice for what y'all doing now, but not to be telling no bitch you can't never eat out. You have to fucking relax. You gotta know what bracket and level you in. You gotta chill.
Oh shit.
Y'all niggas out here expecting shit that y'all fucking money don't support. Like, get out of here.
Well, those were the topics I had. Did you have anything? Because we can move into TBNT.
Well, look, if we're talking about relationships, so a couple of things I didn't know, which I'm sure you don't care because you don't like either one of them. That Kim and Kanye are separated.
But that's the tea time. So we moving into tea?
No, I thought we was talking about relationships.
Oh, go ahead.
So that's TNTV also talking about love and marriage. I'm trying to look at I got notes, y'all. That's what I'm looking at. Me too.
I did have another topic.
Go ahead.
Save it for another day.
I think most of this is, but we talked about this on Clubhouse. I'm not bringing that back up. You should have been there. I'm carrying all of y'all that don't be logging, and I'm not recapping nothing. That joint was lit, and I'm not hyping it. Like, it was so funny, and we be so lit. When I say we be inebriated, nigga,
I had a good time.
Look, a whole good time. Let me say something. Right now, I'm having a good time. This mix, this Stella Rosa and Henny, y'all should try it. Anyway,
I can't drink alcohol anymore. It's confirmed, but go off.
What are you drinking now, man?
This is wine.
That's alcohol.
I know, but I can do 2 glasses of wine and I'm straight. But alcohol, like hard liquor, I can't do.
Until the world opens up, right? Because
no, what I'm saying is that I like the Clubhouse day. We just sidebar. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I had 3 glasses of wine. I woke up the next morning. I was throwing up everywhere all day. It was a lot going on.
3 glasses of wine?
Yes, and I had no energy for the rest of the day. And then alcohol, it doesn't matter if it's 1 cup or if it's 6. If I drink hard liquor, I'm going to end up like that.
How did you break yourself? Like, I don't like this. Like, what do you mean?
I don't know, but my husband is my witness because at first he thought I was exaggerating, but we like counted what I can tolerate.
Well, I don't know what needs to happen between now and when the world opens up, but like, I don't know, drink a lot of water.
I drink a lot of water.
Take some Tums before you drink. I don't know, but like, we're getting fucking drunk when the world opens up. So maybe we'll take a barf bag around and you just have to deal because we're drinking.
Wow. Abuse.
This is how I'm acting because when I say I was going to go to an all wine diet, y'all like put your nose up and
But my body is having a reaction, a
My
negative
mind's
reaction.
telling me no.
I can't help what my body is doing.
But my body's telling me yeah.
No, it's telling me no.
Nah, when we go
It
outside in that nice weather and we just frolicking outside again, you like, man, fuck this shit. Like, we about to get lit.
you
I'm like,
know,
hey.
I want a vacation. Somebody put this, one of my friends put this on her Instagram story, and I want this now. I want a vacation where I am drinking a fruity drink and my titties are in the sun. I want to go somewhere where I don't even have to wear a bathing suit top. I'm just trying to be one with the earth.
I don't think that will ever happen in my whole natural life where I'm naked in public, especially with the sun hitting my body.
Well, what if you could keep your bottoms on and it was just your titties?
I'm not going topless. Like, I wouldn't even show my titties at Mardi Gras. Like, I'm just so, like, I have fun and I'm wild, but I'm a prude with some shit. Like, you're not seeing my titties unless I'm just drunk and I'm like, hey, but it's highly unlikely unless it's a nip slip. Like, I'm not going topless. I'm just
Not to be on some freak shit, to be on some like liberating shit.
I don't think it's liberating. I'm so weird with my body. Like, I don't like people seeing my body. I don't even like smashing in the light. Turn that shit off. Get the fuck out of here. Stop looking at me. Yeah. I've always been like, even when I was skinny, like, I don't know, have issues. Like, don't look at me. I don't like it. I don't like when people talk to me and they stare in my eyes for too long. That bothers me. Like, I'll look away. Like, I have issues. Like, don't fucking look at me.
You have
Like,
intimacy issues.
I think I do. I can agree with that.
You should go to therapy.
I'm good on
Listen,
that.
I'm trying to get everybody to go to therapy. It's
I'm good.
lit.
I've been coping for a good amount of years, and it's. I think my coping mechanisms are working with my intimacy issues. See, I can't even say it. It's stressing me out. I think that's it. The rest that I have, I guess it would be considered tea and TV because it's not really a topic. But you said you had one more topic.
I did, because we didn't mention it last episode, but there was a rumor that was going around that Lauren London was pregnant, and you didn't see that. This was a few weeks. This was a while ago. Like, we've been reported since this rumor came out, but yeah. So she came out. She was just like, "Y'all have to chill. Nobody is pregnant." But Lauren London is like 35, 36.
So is she never going to be with anybody again?
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like some of these women, the y'all, as in like the public, are putting way too much pressure on her, and even
Vanessa.
That's what I was going to say. Vanessa Bryant, like, they're attractive women, and they still, God willing, have a lot more years left to live, and like.
Right. Like, so they got to be widows for like and never move on. Like, I know for both of them, it's still fresh and it's still soon.
Right.
So, like, I don't expect it like now or next year, but like eventually, like, they gonna want their back blown out or some companionship that's not their friends and their kids.
And that's what I'm saying. And I loathe the day that happens, because I know the
they are going
ashy
to
niggas.
drag both of them. Like, especially Vanessa. They are going to drag her to filth because so many people put Kobe on a pedestal so when he passed, like, he's like, oh,
Right.
not like a god, but like niggas is like, that's Kobe, and she's like supposed to be the Virgin Mary for the rest of her life. So first of all, no matter who she's with, nobody's going to think that he's good enough, and he's gonna have to be a very secure man to follow up after Kobe and be very wealthy. But yeah, people are gonna drag her. I don't care if she waits 5 to 10 years. Niggas is still gonna drag her, and I feel like they're gonna do the same to Lauren. I'm like, oh, I thought this was your king, and you got him tatted and forever live and blah blah. Like, why you with this raggedy ass bum ass nigga? So I just feel like either one of them, like, just like how media does, and the lonely motherfuckers is at home behind their keyboards, they gonna be talking shit and whole time you have no man. But
allegedly, Coretta Scott King had her little piece, but she never remarried because she already knew that even back then, before social media,
in the streets.
Well, she knew people were gonna look at her crazy if she, that's Martin Luther King Jr.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, but he was smashing bitches when he was alive.
And
so
he was.
Coretta
But
was
I'm just saying.
but she just knew that, his
Well,
mission
Nip
was
and
bigger.
Kobe did as well.
I mean, Kobe was fucking bum bitches, and was about to lose Vanessa and lose half, and actually more than half. He was gonna lose a lot. Even not saying that he wouldn't have been able to make that shit back and been like he would have been totally fine. But she was about to be like how Juanita Jordan was. That
You
their ass was
know,
about to be lit.
I really thought that she got back with him just to like later on take like even more than that,
Mm.
but I was wrong. Like
She
they,
really genuinely loved that dude.
yes.
Yeah.
So
So
that's really
she
good that they
really
were
wanted
able
to
to work
work
that
shit
out.
out and then have more kids after that. Well, I
Hmm.
think they had two more after that. Was it their two youngest? I don't know. After he cheated, but yeah, craziness. But y'all leave them women alone.
Rest
Mama
in
got a
peace
life
to
too,
them, but y'all like yeah, y'all gotta let them women live. They are not fucking 85 years old.
and they bad bitches.
It,
Like bad, both of them. So
yeah.
it's like right now, I know it's kind of early for them, not fuck us, like because we the public. But I know it's still, especially Vanessa. You could just tell by her post, like she's still like really, really wanting. And it's only been a year, and I think for Nip, it's been what 2 years or 3
Too.
years, about 2 years, yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like it's still kind of fresh to lose somebody that close to you and your child's father, and it's a lot. So I don't expect them to be dating now, but I know sometimes they like, all right, these toys is not like
This is not Candy's dungeon. We do not have the toys.
or the bolos. 'Cause what?
Woo. Let's move on over to TV time then. It's like, now, do you want to go to T or
No,
TV?
we can go to tea.
Okay, what you got?
So I started about the Kim and Kanye. Apparently, they are separated and heading for divorce. Kim was like, she can't really deal with his shenanigans. She's kind of, kept it cute, which I applaud her because even when he was on some crazy fuck shit, she kept it real cute with the little emoji with the little straight line, like, it's my husband. Yeah, that's great. Which that's amazing. But she's tired of the antics. I think honestly the last straw was when that nigga had that breakdown. He was like, fuck you, fuck your family, your mama, all y'all some trash. And they was like, all right, we done. We're gonna have to wrap this shit up. So,
Okay.
but she was saying that she's not in a rush to necessarily sign the paperwork to like make the like to get the actual divorce. It's no rush for that, but like I guess they're 100% separated, but he can see the kids whenever he wants to and that sort of thing like that because she says he's a great dad and stuff like that. So I just want whoever the fuck Kanye's friends are to really watch him because he has nobody, my nigga. Like literally, like all he had was the Kardashian clan, and that he don't have them. It's like my man needs some fucking friends. He might be on watch. So y'all watch out for Kanye.
Well, I'm going to be honest. They've been married for what, 6, 7,
Longer than
eight
I
years?
expected.
Oh, so that's what I was going to say. Honestly, the marriage lasted much longer than I expected.
They had
And
way more
although,
kids than I expected. God damn, they got a clan.
yeah, and although I'm not a fan of Shorty Doo-Wop, you know, good for her because that's a lot.
He
That's a
was on some
lot.
wild shit.
He was, and people already get on her enough for just being her. So it's
Then
like
you
her shit on top
and
of
his
his shit,
baggage, and
and
then
then you
she's
gonna
she trying to do her
disrespect
own
me.
thing. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
she's trying to do her own thing and like make a name like on some serious shit and not just like, oh, I'm trying to take these fucking selfies. Like I'm trying to do some real shit and like so people can take
right,
me serious. And then you got a husband over here frolicking with Trump, and it's just like I'm even supporting you through that shit because like I'm your wife and it's like all right we public figures but then when you start bashing me and my family like you have to fucking relax and if it's
right.
one thing them fucking Kardashians are
They
gonna
don't play about
stay.
each other.
Yeah, they don't play about that, which I can't hate on that. They stick up for their family, whole sister or half sister. Them niggas is not fucking around.
Hmm.
So it's like you start talking shit about them and their mama, and it's curtains, curtains. So I just hope Kanye gets help and he has some friends to help him through these trying times because maybe we'll get a nice good album like 808s and Heartbreaks or Twisted Dark Fantasy after he broke up with Amber Rose. I know that's like real sick
Did
to
you know
say.
that Amber Rose and Kim Kardashian have the same birthday?
Oh, interesting. I did not.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
thought that was interesting too,
Hmm.
especially because I'm into my earthy health shit. But
Interesting. So what
uh,
sign are they? Do you know?
Libra.
Libras.
Libra and Geminis are actually, because Kanye's a Gemini, they're actually supposed to be a really good match. That's because I always tell my husband that should we part our separate ways, he should never ever date a Virgo again.
Because it don't mesh.
Just go get you a Gemini. Be blessed.
He's so stupid. I don't know who the fuck we play with. Everybody we lit. Um, let me see. Somebody else broke up. Oh, Carucci and Victor Cruz.
Oh yeah, they did break up. I thought
I
they
heard
were
that like a
cute.
couple weeks ago. They was such a cute couple. Like they both of them so little and pint size and shit.
I thought they were going to get married. I see. I
I
saw
thought
it
that
for
they was going
them.
to make it for the long haul, honey. Like I don't know what happened. I wonder who it was because he seemed not. I mean, niggas are niggas, so I'm not gonna say that he can't do nothing. But I was just like, he just seemed so happy to be with her, and she just was not with a fuck nigga. So it was like I thought they was gonna flourish, but apparently not so much. So that sucks. Relation. Excuse me. Who else? No relationship stuff else that I have. What's this?
April Jones and Dr. Dre may be dating. That's a
I
relationship.
definitely have that on here about fucking Dr. Dre and April and how apparently Moniece
Always Moniece. She's so messy.
she Kurt because she just like nigga they have been messing with each other for some time now, and apparently Dr. Dre was trying to send the booty goons on Moniece and was like
I
keep my
saw
fucking
that.
name on out your mouth because he didn't personally call, but like I think he got somebody to hit her up and be like, look, keep my fucking name out your mouth type shit. And you know Moniece is just like, I don't give a fuck, you not gonna scare me, nigga. Like I don't give a fuck, Dr. Dre, fuck you and that bitch. Like so I hope Mona is recording all of this because I
She's not on there anymore.
who Moniece?
Mm-mm.
Oh, because she's
Well,
focusing on her music.
that's what she said.
Child. No, but I did hear like one song from her and it actually sounds good. So like I'm not even gonna shade her, but go off, sis.
So Neo, I'm gonna bring him up since we on relationships real quick.
And
Neo
Crystal.
and his wife Crystal were literally about to get a divorce some time ago. I want to say it's been more than once, but they
A couple
definitely,
times they've
yeah.
been like on the brink of fucking
And I
yeah.
want to say as recently as just 2020 they were, but whatever. And they just announced that they're expecting another child.
She's
And
far along.
and
Her belly
this
was big, big.
and listen, this is none of my business because I don't know them personally, and all parties involved seem to be on better terms and they're going on with their lives. But it
Mhm.
still makes me feel some kind of way that Neo told his first girl, baby mama, whatever you want to call her, that he didn't want any more kids. So she not only got her tubes tied, but got them things burnt.
I did not know that. That so the mother of the twins
Hmm. And then you are with your now wife, and it's just that's what I'm saying.
and
Like
popping these children. Although they have like three, just with
eh,
them.
eh,
Let me tell you something. First of all, I would not have tied my tubes after twins. I mean, I probably at the moment would have been stressed out, like, oh, I don't want no more goddamn kids. But they were young,
I definitely would have got it like the long IUD, the 10-year
for
one or
sure.
something
That's
like
it.
that.
That's it, my nigga. But like, that's a perm. Like, I know that they say some of the stuff you can reverse, but I don't think the burning one. Like, I don't think you can reverse that one.
You can't. Not to my knowledge. So yeah.
I would have told that nigga to get snipped if it meant that much to him.
And that's really what it is. Like I hear niggas say all the time that they don't want to have no more kids, but it's very few men I know that actually went through and just got that thing snipped.
Yeah, like
I
I
can
meant what I
name
said. I
like
said what
three
I said.
dudes off the top of my head, but the rest of these niggas is out here
I had
fuck.
talking shit and making the women do it, and then being a fuck nigga, and then
They
you
fucking
leaving this
raw
woman.
still though. Make it make sense.
Exactly. Which leads me to Love and Marriage Huntsville. So
Okay.
Shay told me to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville on OWN. It took me a while, but I finally started. It's like 47 episodes, no,
Mm-hmm.
per season. It's not a lot, but the OWN, I just want to say OWN app, you're trash because y'all motherfuckers play
Make you watch
the most
commercials.
commercials. Like it'd be like
Yeah.
7 to 8 commercials every fucking break, which means like it's literally taking about an hour to watch each episode. But honey, it is so worth it. I even got my husband involved in this shit, like off the him sitting on the couch watching this shit. Martell, you are a trash ass. Look. So for anybody who wants to watch this, I think they're on like season 2 or 3. I don't know.
Three.
I'm at the endish of season 1. I still got some to watch.
Wait, you're calling him trash and you haven't gotten to season 2 yet?
I'm at the point, A, if anybody is watching
Whew.
this or listen to this and you want to watch this, then fast forward a little bit. I'm at the point where she's pregnant and he was at the hangout, no, the honeycomb, and apparently was talking to some girl about building a house. And now she's 100% done. She's like, I'm filing for divorce. She called the divorce lawyer and was like go ahead and go through with it. And then I think the next episode is like the gender reveal thing. So that's where I'm at on the season.
Listen, when you get to season 3, the season that's currently on, this, what you're talking about, is going to look
It's
like
nothing. It's child's play. Let me tell you
it's
something. First of
trash.
all, when I first started watching this show, I was like, oh my gosh, like I forgot her name. I was like, she's so dramatic. What's his wife's name?
Melody.
Melody. I said, yo, Melody is so dramatic. Like, she's so extra. She don't trust this nigga. Like, just leave his ass. And I literally said this word for word. I was like, every episode, he's showing me a little bit more and more that her actions are justified. Then another episode happened. And I'm like, oh, no, this nigga wildin'. Another episode. Oh, nah, bitch, he tripping. Another episode. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with this? Like, every episode, like, even my husband was just like, yo, this nigga's bugging. I was like, yo, wildin'. Fucking wildin'. So this show is just, it started out, like, in the
Ooh, get to
beginning.
season 3.
I can't wait. Like, I can't wait. Like, fuck you on for these fucking commercials. And I have to speed, like, binge it because OWN is about to cut off they're about to cut off season 1 in 5 days.
Oh
So
shit.
it's about to expire. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta hurry up and binge this. And I actually missed out on the commercial. That's why when you told me to watch the other joint, I was like, fuck, yeah, I gotta watch that. Because I'm forgetting my other shows. So I'm like, I need to hurry up and watch this because it's not on demand. And
Mm-mm.
so that's why I went on the OWN app and they had like all like season 1 and season 2. So I was like, all right, bet. And then I started a couple of episodes and it was like, oh yeah, it was like it expires in a week. I was like, God damn. So I've been trying to get through this shit, but I think I'll finish it before it expires and stuff.
And they
But
got a lot of episodes a
it's a lot of
season.
episodes, and like I said, when you add the fucking
Commercials.
commercials in, it's like a lot. So, but like I said,
But
it's
it's a
worth
good
it.
show.
When I first watched like the first episode, I was like, what these boring ass couples gonna bring me? Like, what kind of fucking good shit? Like, when I watch reality shows, I'm gonna keep it 100% funky. Unless it's Dr. Now with weight loss, I am watching it for the mess. I want the drama. Okay? Like, I I need it to be messy because I want to live through your drama because I don't want it in my life. Okay? So I'm just looking at these wholesome looking couples that just had their life together and they had this money and these businesses and these children. I'm like, what the fuck are you going to give me? And oh, honey, they have not disappointed. Every fucking couple has fucking drama. Every fucking one. So yeah. But yeah, so for those of y'all who want to watch it and then fast forwarded my little spoilers, please watch it. Y'all got a couple days if y'all got the OWN app. But
I hope that you can get through to season 2. I want to say was short. Please get to season 3, please.
okay,
I'm
I
not
got
saying get to where I'm at in season 3, but just get to the first episode. But you have to watch all of season 2 because
it
girl.
ties in. I'm gonna watch. I'm for sure because I am invested now because I'm like, nah, this nigga's trash. Like, what the fuck? Like, even the end of this episode that I just saw, like he was on some fuck shit. Like, So this marriage is over, is what you're saying? Like, nigga, what the fuck else you gotta do? Like, what you mean? Like, what do you mean? And I love her to death, but I feel like because they have been together for so long, and bitch, you got knocked up by this nigga. You was this close. You was leaving. You was close. You was leaving.
They had one little last night of passion, and
he was
caught
like,
up. Yes.
And his mama was not feeling him, honey. He was like, you just gonna go and fuck up your family? You gonna marry this new bitch? Like, what are you talking about? But it's just so messy. Like that whole group. Then you got fucking not
Tisha and Marsau.
Tisha.
Tisha. What you think about them?
I think this nigga is laying it low and spreading it wide too.
For sure.
Notice, well, at least up to what I have watched, this nigga has never said out his mouth, I have never cheated on you. Trust me, I love you and I have never cheated on you. He has never said those words. He's always like, they're going through a lot and hurt people. And, you gotta listen to me. Are you really asking me these questions right now? I don't think you want the answer today. Like, you have to relax. Like, it's a lot. And then you got fucking, the brother, which looks like the little brother, but he's the older brother. And him bringing his baby mama and the husband and the child. Look. I say, look, y'all professional niggas got a lot of drama. Y'all is up there with fucking Love and Hip Hop, and I never knew, but I love it.
So Carlos King is the producer of this show, and he used to produce the early seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Makes sense then, because the early seasons was litty, honey.
Yes, they were. And speaking of Real Housewives of Atlanta, I actually, in my board time, I have been watching some of the older episodes, and it still gives me life. But Portia, she changed so much. I have a
in the beginning when she was still married to old dude
Cordell
to now. Like, she was a whole slave back then. Sis was not talking.
She didn't even want to go to a strip club the first season she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
In a dungeon with her cheeks out, honey. Look.
So do we want to talk about the dungeon?
First of all, yes, I do. But let me tell you something. And we're talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all. So if you haven't watched this episode, I guess you're going to fast forward this too. First of all, I did not know that all of these bitches got the yeeks.
Got ass.
All of them. God. Portia's ass. Like, I know Portia got ass because, like, we've seen it over the seasons. But with nothing on, Kenya.
I mean, I knew she had ass, but she definitely had them things. Them things was singing. I knew Candy had that too.
Cynthia?
That's who people be sleeping on. There was like one season where she wore something, and I was like, oh, Cynthia got a little, yeah.
She is holding. What the dude say? Look at the weight on that thing. Because look, that thing is.
Even Tanya had a little bit of something.
Yes, Tanya had the yeeks.
Yeah. Shamia.
Marlo. Even though, like, she had a short torso and them long ass legs, but honey, she got ass. I said, these aunties got ass.
The only people that had like medium to small butts was like Latoya and Drew. But everybody else had yams.
Yeeks,
sweet potato pie,
all
of that. Yeah.
I said, look, I would have just been in the dungeon just to see the chicks, honey. And then you add a big piece of sausage. It's just like a fucking buffet. You got cakes, yams, and sausage. Like,
I never had a bachelorette party, but I want Candy to host mine. Like,
bitch,
that
let me say something. She puts on a fucking production.
I would call her, what would they call her, madam?
Yes.
Mistress. Mistress. Can you motherfucking host my bachelorette party?
Look, please. I feel like at a certain year of anniversary, like, the male should have another bachelorette party, and the guy should have another bachelor party, and the girl should have another bachelorette party. I feel like I need to do a do-over because during my bachelorette party, I was pregnant and sober. Still had a fucking blast. I'm not going to put my business out there, but I had a fucking blast. But I was sober, honey. Sober and pregnant. Okay? Just know that my daughter, I don't know. My husband listens to the podcast. Look, I'm just saying, my bachelorette party was lit for the situation that I was in, being pregnant and sober. But I feel like when we get to like, I don't know, year 10, then year 15, and so like every 5 years, we need to be like fucking Jackie and old dude. And
Ain't y'all 10 next year?
Yeah.
Oh, well then we need to start planning. Because listen, I never
I
had
didn't
a
even know it's this year. What year is this? Oh,
It is this year.
It's this year. I was like, what year we in? People's like, what year is this? I don't know. I've been in the house so long. Yeah. So.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Yeah. What we gonna do? Okay, listen.
Y'all need to plan me a bachelorette party. And
Well,
I'm too old
first.
to get pregnant, so like, let's no pregnant turn that.
You have to get the clearance and make sure that it's okay for y'all to do that.
The clearance from who?
Your husband.
Didn't we talk about this and permission shit? Like, I know who I married and he know who he married. We don't ask permission for anything. We let a nigga know.
But
you don't want
your bachelorette party to turn into the dungeon, which seemed like it just
won't,
got out of
control. On a reality show. So what cameras would there be? We are having fun. Me and my girls, I want to turn up and have nice, wholesome. We're gonna have fun.
Listen, that bachelorette party looked lit. Like the few bachelorette parties I went to, they've been fun, but they didn't look that. They weren't that fun.
Shit. Look,
yeah. I ain't had no swing.
No swing, no sausage like that.
Nah.
Not like that.
Nah.
It might have been sausage, but not like that.
Yeah. I watched the little after show and Drew Fedora was on there.
Drew got in trouble after that episode. I already know. Her husband.
Oh, for sure.
He don't play.
But Andy asked her, like, so how, what was the size? And she was like, no, for real. It's like the arm length. That's why Portia said, like, oh, how many arms do you have?
Right. Look, them niggas is getting in trouble. I know Cynthia's going to get in trouble because she said she went down there and she had to check for receipts to make sure it was real. So we already know she had to like, is it real? The only motherfucker not getting in trouble is Portia, because she's single.
I don't even believe that, because I don't believe she really single. I believe that her and her baby daddy are single in the sense that they're not boyfriend and girlfriend, but they probably
so then that nigga has no room to say nothing, because I'm sure his little funny looking ass is out here fucking with joints. Like, come on.
But you know he gonna say something. I'm just saying, like, they probably still like do family things together, and
right. With the baby and stuff. Yeah.
He would probably be in his feelings, but
he can't. It's not like I'm breaking up with you, we not together type shit. Like,
right.
Come on, relax. But the rest of you hoes got some splaining to do. Except Candy, because Candy was like out. And it's hard already know what it is with his wife. He like, I know she be starting that shit. But
yeah. So I mean, yeah, first of all, let me say this season of Real Housewives is fucking boring. So I'm like, thank God that y'all had this episode, because all these other episodes have been T-rash.
But let me tell you something. This confirmed even further that I don't fucking like Kenya.
She's the worst. She's a miserable bitch.
Like, it was no fucking reason, like, to be that extra with it. Like, you could have brought it out once and like, yeah, I heard some noises, blah, blah, blah. Like, somebody was getting it. But, like, you made the whole fucking episode about this shit. Like, you're going on an investigation. You're doing deductive. What was the point of niggas hiding the cameras?
That was my thing.
You're just going to wake up in the fucking... You made the producers leave so y'all can have fun. Just for your ass the next day to be like, oh yeah, I heard such and such, and it was in this room, so it had to be this person. So what time did you go to bed? Because if like, that's what I'm like, this is why, me personally, I would not have let my guard down around her, because just a couple days ago, y'all was not fucking with her, and she was being a shady bitch. So the fact that y'all dropped y'all guard down that much to turn up, get that drunk, and do stuff that you wouldn't do in front of other people, in front of her, you know that bitch was gonna use that shit against them. Like, you already fucking know. And even the girl Latoya was like, yeah, I'm kind of seeing the shit that y'all talking about, because like, she made our fun night into like, now it's a problem or some shit. It's like, bruh, you miserable. Hurt people hurt people. They say that all the time. And
But
she's
that's the
miserable.
truth. Like
Like
she's
in real life.
going. I just was like, listen, it's Atlanta. You know, we already done heard rumors about Candy and Portia. Damn near Toya done confirmed she's damn near lesbian. How much she keep talking
She
about
was trying
Kenya.
to smash Kenya. And
So
already
it's
was tonguing down Portia on the camera.
Shamia was actually in some rumors too before she got married. So like, listen,
No.
we're not stupid. We I know I was gonna read in between the lines, and I knew that somebody was doing something, if not even with the stripper, but each other. That's
Right.
fine, go off. But Kenya was so extra with
Even Candy
it.
was like, why are we still talking about this? Like, and Marla was like, y'all should have had these bitches sign non-disclosures. Y'all should, because look.
And I like that because see, Marlo was being shady about it too, but she was saying just enough to be like, yeah, I heard some shit too, but
But she
she
wasn't
minding her
pointing fingers
business.
out. Yeah, it's not like she was like, oh yeah, it was over in that room, so it had to be such and such. What time did you go to bed? It's like Kane was trying to do the little deductive reason, like, oh, it couldn't have been you because you was in bed. Wasn't me. Wasn't you? So it had to been one of you three bitches. Like, it was just like you was doing too much. Like, you
Yeah.
might as well have just fucking kept the cameras on and let us see the whole thing if you was just gonna be like a shady bitch. Like, and it was like it wasn't just one female. I heard it was two female voices, and I was like, "Oh, bitch, you are."
I wanna I want a bachelorette night. We should be able to get one of those.
I feel like we
Like a
should.
ladies' night. Ladies'
We
night
can do
out.
it on our ladies' trip.
Oh, that would be even better.
Go out the country. Get
When
some
are we going out
exotic
the
niggas.
country though? Right now,
When
COVID
the
is still
world
in the
open,
streets.
I mean, even
We
if
don't
we do
have a
it
date.
here, what we gonna do? Some strippers with masks? Like,
Yeah, they had on masks. They had on the clear ones.
oh, that's what, but they also said that they all got tested too before they came to the house.
Well, bitch, what you want me to do?
I
I'm
don't
just saying.
know. I mean, if the world is still closed by my anniversary,
I'm just
then
saying. Dr. Fauci said this might extend it to 2022. So
this we gonna be in here until my kids go to college. Like that's what it feels like. Like the fuck.
I'm just saying. So like, outside may not be open no time soon, and I could use a bachelorette party.
Look, I can use a party period, my nigga.
Right.
We already said that when the world opens again,
Oh, wow.
we're doing a girls trip and we're doing a couples trip. It has to happen.
Yeah.
It has to fucking happen. Those two things. I feel like a couples good trip will be so good and refreshing and get us the fuck out of the house away from the kids and just have fun with each other and with the group. But a girls trip, a necessity. After the girls trip should come first. I think because we need to turn the fuck up in some beautiful blue water, warm sun, bomb drinks.
My titties in the sun. I
I mean,
said
my chest
mine.
could be in the sun because, like, I'm gonna probably have it low cut, but like my nips are not getting
My
sun.
nips will be out, even though they'll be pointed down because they sag, but the sun will still reach them.
My nips will not get sun. My nips never get sun.
Mine
The
will.
last time my nips got some sun was when we was in Mexico and I jumped out the water and my top came down on accident. We was playing volleyball and they was like, "Your top," and I was like, "Oh, my bad. My fat ass shouldn't even have on this two piece." But here I am in Mexico not giving
Do
a
you
hoot.
know that was damn near 7 years ago?
That's crazy.
That's
It
my
feels like
last
it was
girls
like three
trip.
years ago. That's sad.
That's
We have to do
trash.
better. But that shit was fun. That shit, that food was everything. The Wi-Fi was trash though.
We need to make it an annual thing
I agree.
because I can't, or maybe not semi-annual.
I'm
Is
gonna
it
say,
semi?
what? I ain't send my ammo twice a year.
I think so. No, is it
Every
biannual?
every other year is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, but there's a
Just say that.
listen.
Bitch,
I'm
I'm
drunk.
not be fancy. Just say every other year.
Okay, so maybe every other year then.
Okay. I'm with it. I'm with the shits. I'm here for it.
My
And I've
titty's
never
gonna
been
be
on a
in the
couples
sun
trip.
somewhere.
I'm gonna be in the sun somewhere. I'm gonna be somewhere drunk as fuck,
You say you
eating
never
good
been on
food.
a couples trip?
Uh-uh.
I don't even think that if we planned a couples trip, it would be a couples trip because I feel like
It would, because we're gonna just invite the couples.
nah, I don't believe you. I feel like we're gonna be like, oh,
No,
but I
dead
like my
ass
single
B.
friend.
If you're not in the couple trip, then you have to come to the girls trip. That's it. That's it.
Well, hopefully 2 of my friends will become a couple so they can partake in the
No, the
couples
other
trip.
one will just be at the girls trip. What are you talking about? They're
But I
not gonna be
want
a
them
couple.
to be at the couples trip so then if they're a couple, then they
But
can
they're
be
not a
there.
couple. In
But they could be.
one is
They're,
adamant about they. If you're watching this, I'm sorry because you said several times that you're not messing with him. So look, I get it. Shay is
they're
trying to make
both
fetch happen.
single.
She's trying to make fetch happen. So you supposed to date the single friend out the group just because y'all the only two single ones in the group?
I tried it.
What if you're
It
not
didn't work.
attracted to them? What if you're not attracted to them?
Attraction, schmaction.
Schmaction. This nigga.
Attraction, subtraction.
I think y'all should just smash. The attraction might come after you fuck.
There you go.
You
First
never
comes
know.
penis,
Niggas
then
might blow
comes
your back
marriage.
out. You never know.
Ew, that's a little bit much.
That is definitely nasty thinking about that. I don't like thinking about my friends smash. I don't even like thinking about my friends who are married smashing their spouses. It's just gross.
Smashing. Okay, next subject. Next TV show.
Um, TV show. Are you caught up on This Is Us? I think I am caught up. Did something
I'm
come out
not.
this week? Okay, then we'll skip that. Basketball Wives is back.
I did watch that.
I think it's 2 episodes out. Only watched the first one. I didn't watch the second one.
You didn't miss much with the second one.
Okay. Still not here for OG. I am still annoyed about the fact that she's making this a colorism thing. Like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry.
I'm out of that. I'm too light to say anything about colorism. It's just like white. Listen,
What do you mean? You're too light to comment on colorism?
child. One time something happened and I made a comment because I didn't see it the way that the majority saw it. And I was called all kinds of light skinned bitches and this isn't
Why
my
you don't
subject.
invite us to the post so we can any of you know we
Cause
live?
y'all extra.
You know we live for that shit.
Cause y'all extra. But it was just like I just kindly removed myself from I just turned the notifications off on the post and kept it moving. But it was just like
You better than me, bitch. Why you ain't? I would have been in that motherfucker represent for the brown skin bitches and had your back.
I was just like I just I
It's
so
stupid.
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like any black woman can comment on colorism. You can't just be brown and dark skinned motherfuckers because, like, say you're a light skinned person and you were treated differently because of your complexion. You were treated like, oh, like she's bougie or yeah, she is
You're
conceited because
not
she's light
allowed.
skinned.
You're not allowed to say that.
I hate society. I hate y'all motherfuckers. I hate that the internet has given y'all niggas a platform to speak and put in the atmosphere on what the fuck we can and cannot do. I am a grown fucking woman. I'm talking to you internet bitches. All you woke, earthy joints that don't know what to say, that don't know what to say. You know what to say. So put your chest down. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. Stop telling people what they can say, what's acceptable, what's politically correct, and all this other shit. Shay can speak on colorism if she fucking wants to because she's a black woman. She's not a Karen. She's not white. If she was white or another nationality, then I can get it. But she's a black woman. It doesn't matter the range of the shade. You can still speak on colorism because colorism is just not bad towards dark skinned women. It can be the treatment of light skinned women. It's not just one shade that's being treated differently. So like that was ignorant as fuck for them to tell you like, oh well, you wouldn't understand because you light skinned. I'm still black, bitch, and I got friends all fucking ranges of colors. Like,
But they say that that's just like a white person saying like, "But I have a black friend," or
I'm tired of y'all internet people that pretend like y'all are experts in fucking fields. Y'all are just bitches that be online for a long ass time and maybe look at Google and Google the definition of some words. Like y'all trash. Like fuck that. You should have put me in that post. You got me worked up. You should have put me in that post.
I
I would have went the fuck
see.
off.
I actually was just trying to see. like at first I was just reading the comments on some like, let me see what they saying. But then when it turned into I was all kinds of bitches and stuff, I just turned the thing off because it's like I really didn't see it. I really didn't see it. And it was just like wow to read. And they was just like, I mean, it was cool. It's cool. And y'all know it's crazy because in my mind, I'm not light skinned, I'm brown skinned. But y'all won't let me live.
So look, I don't I am not feeling like Evelyn and Shawnee and them are colorists. Like I really don't feel that way. I feel like if that was the case, they would treat Jackie or
Malaysia.
What's the
Chris,
annoying
what's her
one?
name? Kristen.
Kristen. What's the old school joint that used to be tight with Evelyn that they don't fuck with? She
Oh,
messy.
Jennifer.
Jennifer. So it's not like they mistreated them, and they're brown and darker skin. They're not as dark as OG, but they're brown skin and darker girls. So no, OG, you're just a bitch, and nobody fucking likes you. And the stuff that I feel like she was trying to say that Evelyn did was like a reach. Like when she was talking about the little emoji with the monkey and stuff. Like she was like, I literally just put the first joint when you put LOL laughing my ass off, and it was like a laughing animal. So like I put that on my post. I wasn't saying like, hey, you look like this monkey, ha ha ha, this is you type shit. And I don't know. It was just annoying because like I hate when people take a serious thing that actually does plague our race and like it is a thing, and you just use it because I'm gonna make you look bad because you made me look bad. So like, yeah, I was aggressive and I was a bitch, but guess what? You just treated me this way because you're taking Evelyn's side because it's colorism. Like, why is it okay for her to be aggressive, but like I can't be aggressive and blah blah. I'm just like, yo, you were just a whole bitch though. Like, and it was stuff that you was getting into that you didn't need to get into. And one episode in, I'm still not here for her.
So this is based off of the limited information that I have read in these little groups about colorism.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it's limited because I don't know, so I don't want no problems. But when people say things like, well, Evelyn is cool with Jennifer and Kristen and Jackie and Malaysia, and they're, brown, dark skinned girls, whatever you want to call it. So, it's not a colorist thing. Some people will then say that those girls have more European features than like an OG. And that is colorist in itself because a lot of times when people talk about brown skin and dark skin girls, they use these girls that are like, have, I guess, unique features or European features like
Jackie is a whole ass nigga. What European features does Jackie have? Besides that fake hair on her head. And OG has fake hair too. So explain it to me.
Well, they all have wigs.
Exactly. So what European features does Jackie have or Malaysia? I'll give you Jennifer because of the light eyes and shit like that and how she acts
That's not
baby and
contacts.
bougie. Huh?
Those
I
are
don't know.
contacts.
Well, she been riding them motherfuckers to the wheels fall off. Cause look, she been having them contacts on since the fucking beginning. But girls like Malaysia, Jackie, and what was the girl that got kicked off? That was Malaysia's friend that was fighting everybody.
Brandy.
Brandy. None of them have European features. So I'm calling bullshit.
Maybe not European features, but they well, no, I definitely saw them say European features. So I don't know. I guess the argument is always if it's a brown skinned girl that doesn't fit into what today considers to be like beautiful, then colorism can still exist. Like just like it's true that like as a white person, you can have a black person in your life and still be racist.
For
So
sure.
so what the argument is, just because Evelyn is around these brown skinned women, it doesn't mean that she doesn't still have colorist views.
But
I'm
that's
not.
why I hate shit like that because it's like it's an excuse. It's like a fucking excuse. I can beef with who the fuck I want to. The person that I'm beefing with just happened to be dark skinned, so now I'm a colorist. Like, that's just stupid. Like, no, I just don't like that bitch. She just happens to fucking be dark skinned. If the bitch was white, if she was light skinned, if she was Asian, guess what? We would still fucking be beefing. I just don't like that bitch. So I don't know. I'm not buying that. Like, OG is not different to me from Malaysia. As far as like, they both curvy bitches, they both brown skin, like they both wear weaves. Like, yes, she has an African name because of her heritage or whatever, but
Right.
like, that's the only difference to me. Like, OG is a little bit darker, granted, but like, still got titties, still got fat ass, still dressed pretty much the same, like with tight fit and stuff. Y'all still got
I hate
long straight
OG's
weaves.
clothes, but go
So
ahead.
it's just like, the fuck is the difference to me? Like, I don't know. Niggas just be talking and be talking, and that's why I feel like social media is like, I love it, but I hate it too, because we give niggas platforms and everybody turn into an expert, and y'all niggas got dirty drawers. Like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all get on my nerves.
Listen, I'm just telling you what I be reading, and I
I'm
don't
glad
want
I'm
no
not in them groups, because I
problems.
would be worked up every day. But you need to tag me in some of that shit, because sometimes I be wanting to be with the shits. I have your back, boo.
I'm trying to
It's so
learn.
comfortable.
But yeah. Um, Speaking of, real quick, this anti-black, or since we were talking about colorism, I
Mhm.
don't want to give this too much time because the Gorilla Glue lady, that's over with. Like, it's been over. Um,
They're trying to
it-
say it's fake though. That it
well,
was a
here's
hoax.
I don't know nothing about that. What I do know is that Shorty got the shit out of her head, and the doctor told her that she probably shouldn't do anything crazy with her hair for at least 6 weeks. And she goes, "Oh no, it's Valentine's weekend. I'm gonna have to get my hair done, or something. I'm gonna have to do something like that." So I'm just like, that's why I never watched the first video. I've never seen the first video that she posted. So many people talked about it that I knew what was going on. But it's just like, you just got a procedure that's like $12,000 done for free because of all this attention that your dumb mistake caused.
So
And now you're saying you can't even wait 6 weeks to make sure that
that your
everything is
hair
good
don't fall
because
the
of
fuck out.
Valentine's Day.
But the crazy thing is, they did a good enough job to get whatever the fuck was in your hair out, and you didn't have to shave your fucking head.
Exactly.
Be grateful your edges were still intact, bitch. And now you like, oh, I need to get this shit. Like, bitch, if you don't put some fucking eco gel in that motherfucker and tie down with a scarf and be blessed, like, you have to relax. But I seen some joint where they was trying to debunk what she did, and they was like, it was a woman on a video, and she literally had the same gorilla glue spray. And she was like, I tried this on a wig at first because I was a chicken shit. And I was like, I don't want to put this shit in my head first and like be looking stupid. So she tried it on a wig. At first, she was like, it just wasn't making sense because with her spraying it, like her hair would have turned a certain color because of the glue. So she did like this whole, like the joint that I tried to tag you in, but I think the page was private. So it was like, it
Mhm.
was unavailable or whatever. But she did half of her hair with the original drink that she said that she had ran out of, that like gotta be glue something spray that she said she had ran out of, so that's why she got the gorilla glue. So she was like, when you put this in, it gets really hard, but it's clear, like you can see your hair. But like when you put the gorilla glue spray in it, it turns your hair white. And she was like, it never hardens up where it's like hard tap into the touch. It just gets really sticky and tacky. And she was just like, look. And she was like, but the thing is, it can come right out. And she got the what is the drink called? The goo gone, the drink that you can
Mhm.
buy from like the not the beauty supply store, like Lowe's and Home Depot and shit, the goo
Okay.
gone stuff. She literally took the goo gone, poured it on her hair, and the fucking shit. And she waited. Like, she didn't do it right after. Like, she waited. She was like, we're gonna sit and wait and like let it dry. First of all, the shit, the gorilla glue never turned clear. It was like white on her hair. And then she put the goo gone and it made the glue come the fuck out. She was like, so it's bullshit that she's saying that she sprayed this gorilla glue on this hairstyle and like it was just clear. She was like, that was bullshit. And she did all of this to like do this hype, and she got all this money fraudulently because everybody felt so bad for her, and she got this money and ran off with the bag when it's like bitch, like that wasn't even what you used. So I don't know. Like I said, none of my business. You got you some free money. Good for you, sis. Obviously, it was something in your fucking hair because you had to go to the emergency room to get the shit out. I don't know what the fuck was in your hair, but look.
Well, I brought all this up because on the internet they were making it a pro-black, anti-black thing. They
Oh,
were.
how's everything?
That's why I brought this up, because this whole story to me, I literally never want
I
to
know you
talk
was
about this
over
lady.
that shit.
But nah, they were saying like for all the people, basically, if you weren't rooting for her, you were anti-black. And so that made me feel some kind of way, because I'm like, Shorty's 40 years old.
Wait a
41,
minute, that bitch was
42.
40?
Yeah.
I thought she was a young joint. I really thought she was like in her 20s or like maybe just hit 30.
From what I read, she's like 40, 41, and she owns a daycare center somewhere.
Oh,
And
this bitch
so it's
old enough
like,
to knew better than that shit then.
and so
Come on.
that's my thing. Like, I don't, I'm not, that's why I never watched the video. I was like, I'm not about to feed into this, because you're not about to tell me that your grown ass just randomly put some shit in your head. Black women are so particular about
So
our
particular.
fucking hair. I would never just grab anybody's gel and just
And
put
like
it in
the
my
girl
hair without
said, you do not find, you never, in no matter what fucking store you go to, you are not going to find Gorilla Glue in the hair
near the
section
hair.
any fucking where.
It just
Like
doesn't
you
make
not finding
sense.
it in no beauty supply stores. If you go to CVS where they sell Gorilla Glue, it's not going to be in the hair section, my nigga. So you had to literally go to a Home Depot or Lowe's or go to the home section of a store to even get that. So you knew you wasn't in hair products and shit that was not safe. It was a million other type of fucking gels or sprays that you could have got, but you wanted to get Gorilla Glue and put in your hair. Like, bitch, you was the fuck dumb at 40. No,
I've
you
never in my life just gone and purchased a product to put in my hair that I did
like
not
some random
read.
shit. I gotta lay this shit down, so let me like just get this shit. Like, bitch, no, your hair gonna be in the sink
That I
before you
did
even
not
do it.
read the label at the very. It just was crazy to me. So it's like people making.
And then the
I
bitch
mean,
tried to sue because it didn't specifically say do not use for
she
hair.
said that she didn't. She's not trying to
Oh, okay.
sue.
I
She
was like,
did
bitch,
come
you
out
are
and
the
say
fuck
that.
stupid.
I need these people to understand that though. I don't have to root for everybody because they black. That's a choice. If I want to root for everybody because they black, then I'm well within my right,
It's
because I
some
am
dumb black
black.
people. I'ma
But
say it. Cancel me, but
sometimes
it's some
y'all,
dumb black people.
and to me, I it's not that I was just like, oh, that bitch deserve it. I kind of just was indifferent about it. Like, oh, I hope she can, handle that situation. But I wasn't invested in the story. I honestly wish it never became as big as it was. I'm glad that it did, though, because it worked out for her in the end. She was able to get her thing done for free. But dumb is dumb, and I'm gonna call it what
I
it
mean, she's
is.
obviously dumb if she turned right around and couldn't wait the 6 weeks before she had to do something crazy to her hair.
And I know how black Twitter is. So had this been somebody white who did some stupid shit like that with their hair, black Twitter would have had a motherfucking field day. It would have been memes everywhere. So it's like, I'm cool off, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
good.
that. The fuck terrible. What else? So talked about that. Texas
Yeah.
is fucking going through it. So I know a couple people that live in Texas, and the ones that I know, they're good. Like they're safe. But these niggas was not ready for the fucking storm that hit them. The footage that I have seen online and have caught by flipping on the news, like literally is so fucking cold that literally pipes are exploding in people's houses and apartments and shit like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
they just weren't fucking equipped for this fucking type of storm to hit them. And I've seen celebrities like Tammy Roman from Basketball
Yeah.
Wives, her fucking house, like it looked, I don't know if it was the whole house, but the video that she showed of this one room in her house, like literally the ceiling is caving, water is like pouring through her house, and she's crying because she's in Atlanta filming something, and she's just like, yo, like everything is ruined. Like I can only imagine like working and having so much money to finally get a home for you and your daughters, and like it's lit, and then like the
You
shit
would think
is
people would understand that, but I was going to talk about the lack of niggas empathy, but I was going to let you
for
finish.
her.
Specifically her, because so she posted the video about her house and she was crying and stuff, and niggas was in the comments like, I mean, she's 50 something years old and she actually turned the camera on and started crying. And I mean, she's rich, she can buy another home. Like, there's people that have less than her and they
I
lost
need
their home.
niggas to
Like,
realize that just because you're on TV does not mean you're rich. Like, let's be.
that's number
She has
one.
money, I'm sure, and I'm sure she has endorsements, but I wouldn't say like she like rich. Like I'm out in these streets. Like, she probably got money because like she's doing stuff. I'm sure she got some deals, whatever she's filming. I'm sure that's bringing in money, but that took time. Like it's not like look how she was
Even
dressing
if
on
you
Basketball Wives. Like she didn't start coming into wealth until like years later on Basketball Wives.
I
So it's
wouldn't
like,
give a fuck if she was a millionaire. My thing is that's somebody's home. They have their stuff in there. They have their memories in there. It may
right.
not even be about no superficial shit. If my home got flooded right now and all my pictures and my cards,
And
because
you can't get that back.
I keep every card that I try to keep every card that was ever given to me. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing, but
Right.
I would be sick if like that got flooded.
But I
Like,
feel like niggas pick and choose who they be supportive of. I mean, fuck black women, because during fucking the whole Katrina shit during New Orleans, niggas was definitely checking for Lil Wayne and making sure that his mansion was fine. So like, please, like, fucking spare me. Like y'all pick and choose what celebrities that y'all want to feel sympathy for. I feel bad for her. I don't give a fuck how mean she was to any fucking body. Like she worked and paid her money to get something that was destroyed, so she's allowed to feel the way she wants to
and that's
fucking
how I
feel.
felt about it.
Like
But niggas was in the comments going in, and I was just like, that's wild. That's
niggas be
wild.
heartless as fuck. But on top of that, their fucking senator
Mhm. My nigga Ted.
Ted Cruz got the fuck and Annie the fuck. He was like, oh no, this is too much. But they called him the fuck out, and he came back with his fucking tail between his legs. Also, the mayor of one of the cities there called
Was
Colorado,
wildin'.
nigga. So Tim Boyd, I'm sure this is old news by the time this is dropping, but like y'all gonna get this tea. Um, he was
He
like pretty
basically
much,
told them niggas that you're not getting no free handout, suck my
you
dick.
not getting no free handout. Stop fucking being lazy, man up, and fucking provide for your fucking family. Like
I'm
you're
sick
not
of
getting
this
no
shit.
free handout, so figure it the fuck out. I was like, what the fuck? But then when niggas went at his fucking neck, the nigga came back and was like, he feels like that it's unfair harassment to him, his family, and his wife that he has gotten. Like it's undeserved. Like his wife was laid off from her job because of her association with him. And he was like, he was never trying to speak for Colorado City, but just as a citizen. And he has since stepped the fuck down as mayor of that city in
Whatever town.
Texas. But nigga, I need you to shut the fuck up. When you are an elected official, you're always speaking for that town or city or state or whatever that you're representing, especially when you're talking about that fucking state or city. Like you literally told your citizens to man the fuck up and get up. Like niggas is out here freezing to death. People don't have food. They don't have electricity. Niggas got they being petty because of the electricity. They bills is
It's
thousands and
dumb
thousands of
high.
dollars because they hiking this shit up because they're not getting like how Texas has their electricity and power supply coming in. These niggas are able to jack up the prices during time. Like niggas electricity bills is like 10 G's and shit during this stuff because they're being dickheads and being like, well, y'all was pressed for electricity, so like it's gonna cost y'all niggas to get it. And you're telling them basically like, man the fuck up and figure it out. Like figure out how to get your family food. Figure out how to keep y'all niggas warm. Like, nigga, really? Like no empathy. But this brings me back to be careful who the fuck you vote for. When we were
That
talking
part.
about it's just not the fucking presidential candidate, them fucking local officials matter, because these are the fucking niggas that are voting for you for policies that directly affect you, the niggas that's speaking for your city. And like, look at them. They either left you to go to drier land, or they said, man, the fuck up. Y'all have Texas. I pray for y'all. My girl Beyonce done swooped in and she's helping. You know, she got her little foundation, not little, but her foundation, Be
Be
Good.
Good.
And she's partnering with Adidas and somebody else, but they're like giving people money that's like suffering through this storm and stuff like that. So my bitch is like holding her fucking state down more than the fucking elected officials at this point. Cause like, y'all are trash. I would never move to Texas or Florida. Like, them two states, never. You won't
So
find
this dude, well, actually, I'm not looking at Texas to move, but Texas has, for the cost of my townhouse, I can have a mansion in Houston.
Bruh, the fucking houses that you can get sometimes down south with
No,
what we pay
Houston
up here.
specifically. I've been seeing a lot of people posting the houses. We could get a mansion for what we pay for our houses. A
Who wanna
mansion.
live there though?
I heard Houston was lit. It's
I'm
everywhere
straight.
else in
I
Texas that's
can't deal
not.
with Texas and them motherfuckers that live there. I can't. Them niggas is dumb.
I agree, but in the beginning of all this Texas stuff, even before people were going off sneaking to Cancun and stuff, you know, I will admit, when I hear people in the South complain about snow, I kind of be like, huh?
They're not prepared for it. When I was in college in North Carolina, it was this big ice storm that came. And when I say they were not prepared, they were like, they didn't know what to fucking do. Like, people was losing electricity. Like, we were on campus and was losing electricity. They were like, y'all got to get out the dorms and find somewhere to go. We had some shelters in place in the area at like local like YMCAs and shit like that. Luckily, woo, my bitch Michelle, hey girl, she lived 3 blocks from our campus, and she was pregnant at the time. So she was considered priority to get her electricity turned back on. It
Okay.
was about 7 of us in that motherfucker. Like, bitch, on the way. We're going to find our way in that ice. And when I say that, I took my little piece of shit car and drove them fucking couple of blocks, parked that bitch, and was there for days, my nigga. Like, I was like, what would I do without you? Because I was not going to no YMCA and sleeping on a cot. But them down
I
south
don't think
joints,
we knew that it was as bad as it was at first, though. Like, the first thing I saw was that there was like that pile up the cars.
yeah.
It was, but so when I was just like, damn, all that for some ice, just because I remember how bad it gets here, and especially where you're at. And I'm like, you know, we be getting some blizzards, and I'm not saying we don't have
In the
pileups,
past
but
couple of weeks, it's been crazy.
I can't think of a pileup that large in our area though. So
I
that's
don't
why
think they have the resources, like, you know, like the salt trucks or the sand trucks or the plows. They don't
I
have
get it.
the
But when
amount.
you're first reading that headline, you're like, damn,
Nigga,
over some
how?
ice. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But then as the days kept going on and more information was getting out, I was just like, you know, all right. But it's still some people that's just like, I mean, y'all some trash ass niggas for not having better systems in place. Like,
It's not their fault.
and it's just like,
Hey,
niggas is
the
dying.
internet be
Y'all have to
heartless as fuck,
relax.
bro.
Yeah. I'm
They
just
like,
like,
fuck y'all. They sounding like old nigga Tim
like,
Boyd. Man,
like
the fuck up.
these northerners is not, they,
And
no.
don't talk to no fucking New Yorkers. They really not
Oh my
like,
Lord.
they consider us still the South. You
Yeah.
talk to some New Yorkers and they like, oh, these pussy ass niggas. Like, you know, I
Yeah.
hate that word, but they call them that because they just like, it's ice and snow. Like, lace up your Timbs and go. Like, you know,
Right. And that's honestly, no lie, that's where I was seeing most of the heat coming from,
New
niggas in New
Yorkers.
York. And it's just like, dog, just because y'all motherfuckers have snow from goddamn January to fucking September doesn't mean the rest of us
All
fucking
year.
live like that.
Like,
Relax.
y'all fucking national symbol from New York is
It's
Tim's. Like,
Tim's.
y'all niggas boots, bootalones. Like, y'all niggas is the
Y'all
boot
got
crew.
summer Tim's and shit. Like, no,
Right.
it's
Be
hot
funky as
here.
shit in them Timbs in the summer. Y'all gotta relax. I love New Yorkers, but y'all have to chill. We don't have the same weather as y'all.
And it's even a difference between down here and where you're at. Like,
Yeah,
they shut shit down here, and I'm
for
just like,
sure.
I
For
don't get
sure.
it. It's not. We don't live that far in my mind, but even down here, it's just like
It's so different.
if it even thinks to freeze something overnight,
It's like a
shit
wrap.
shit's shut down.
I like chill the fuck out. Like, nah.
I
Sit
remember
down.
they shut down like the base I worked at for like 2 days over like 2 inches of snow.
Oh
And
wow.
I'm thinking that's child's play.
Look, I was talking to my daughter and I was like, I'm not trying to be the old lady that be like back in my day. But let me tell you something. I went to DC public schools. They gave no fucks
Y'all niggas was
about
walking in that.
nigga walking. My high school and my elementary school was 3 blocks from my house. So it wasn't 4 blocks from my house. So it wasn't far. My junior high school was a fucking hike. And it was a walk. It was no buses. It was not on a bus route. I was not catching metro. I was walking. And guess what? The most they would give our bitch asses is a 2 hour delay. They gave
Mm-hmm.
us a little bit of extra time to tie them boots up and get the walking. And let me tell you something. When we were walking to school, there were no shoveled walkways. There were no plowed streets. No, we was walking, busting our ass. And guess what? It was fucking fun. It was fun to me. Like, we would have snowball fights on the way to school. Like, it was fun. So the fact that these fucking suburban kids, it's like, hey, it's raining. Sounds like sleep. No school. I'm just like, you fucking bitches. Like, but no, but I was just like, yo, it was a whole different time. Like, them niggas gave no fucks. They was like, okay, that's fine. Like, just put on an extra hat and like walk your ass to school. Like, they didn't give a fuck. But now, like you said, an inch of snow, and they just like, I get it in some areas, like because my cousins lived in Maryland, so it would be times where I had school or a 2 hour delay, and they was like out for 2 days, and I get it because we in DC relied on either metro or walking to school, and metro for the most part was still going in bad
Mm-hmm.
weather. So they're like, we still go because like the buses are still running and like the main routes are the streets are shoveled, so you're fine. But in Maryland, like a lot of times they were riding in school buses. So they're like, yeah, no, like there's no heat on these buses, and like they're waking up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to get you to school at 8 a.m. And they're just like, nigga, no, the roads are really
And
bad.
not just that, even when the main roads are cleared, the
Side streets where
residential
they pick the
roads
kids up.
are
Yep.
not.
A lot of
So,
those bus stops are like in the neighborhoods and shit. So it's like you risking sliding into a fucking ditch just to get these kids to school. So like I get it, but it's still like I don't know. Us as a country need to just fucking get better. Like we need to get better with everything. Like with our states handling bad weather. I don't know when these niggas will just admit that global warming is for real and it's fucking us up.
and they need to
And
stop this privatization of motherfucking utility companies, because what's happening
that
with these
part.
people bills is fucking disgusting.
It is
It's
fucking
it's
bananas. It
gross.
is still COVID where niggas is talking about getting relief from being laid off for COVID. And now
And
you're giving them thousands and thousands more dollars of debt
for
just to
natural
fucking have heat
cause.
and lights. And it's
That's
not their fault.
ridiculous.
Like y'all are bugging. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. Crazy as fuck. But yeah, praying for y'all. I hope y'all see some relief and
Vote
like
for better officials. I'm not, and
that
I don't
part.
want to sound insensitive because I know right now that's not
But that shit
even,
matters. It
but
fucking matters. Like in
that's
real
not
life.
what people need to be thinking about right now, but it is something that needs to be thought about.
For
So I
fucking
heard
sure.
some people say that. I saw some people say that on Twitter, and niggas went at them like, now it's not the time, you fucking bastard, you asshole, da, da, da. But it's like, nah, because y'all had somebody that was running for Senate and he lost. And while Ted Cruz was in Cancun, he was rallying up people. He got
Mhm.
somebody that called in that hadn't had electricity for 4 days. He was able to get that person shelter, get them
See?
some food, and get them in the warmth. And he didn't win.
Exactly.
So it's not to
But your
take
own
away from.
elected, the motherfucker you voted for was out here with his feet propped up and shit.
And
So
so I get it. Niggas is in their feelings. They a little emotional. So maybe that wasn't the best timing to say that,
But
but
I mean,
like
it was all facts though
it
that
was
was
still a
said
fact.
for
At
sure.
some point, y'all niggas need to really start looking at who is representing y'all. Cause y'all got niggas out here telling y'all that y'all bitch made for being cold. Like fuck out of here.
Like nigga, it's literally people that is in freezing cold water. Like their places are flooded because the pipes are bursting, and like they're wet, cold, hungry, and you're telling them to man the fuck up and get over it. Like no, nigga, like niggas is dying out here. Like y'all, y'all bugger. Speaking of
Wow.
officials, my man Joseph has been on the job not even 2 months yet.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all are already trying to cancel my man because he is not approving this $50,000 relief for student loans, but said he will do the 10,000 plus interest. Y'all have to fucking relax,
Well,
y'all.
he never said he was going to do the 50,000. I
Yeah, he
don't
said
think.
he said he's not agreeing to the 50,000,
I
but he
don't think
said
he
he will
ever
do.
said he was going to do 50,000 now.
Yeah, no, but I think the Democrats was trying to pass it, and he was
Oh,
like, "No, I'm not signing off on that. Like, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Like, but I think he was saying he will do 10 plus interest. But
okay.
niggas, take what the fuck you can get. For some people, that will probably erase, if not all, most of their debt. You ain't touching my
Not
shit.
me.
No, I was like, ain't touching my shit. But every little bit matters to me. It's guess what? More off than what the fuck was on that bitch before. Guess what? Trump didn't get shit off of it. So
I'm
guess
going
what?
to talk about student loans the next episode.
Okay. So I'll hold on.
Because no, you can go, we can continue to talk about this, but no, um Joe Biden didn't say he was going to approve that much, but
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden did say he was going to do some things that he has now switched up and said he's not going to do, or he'll say he didn't say that, and people have receipts.
Right, for sure.
So I mean, I'm not, politicians are politicians.
At the end of the day, I agree. A politician is a politician, and they're going to say all the things that they can to get the votes that they need. Obama did the same shit. And at the same time, that politician could have every fucking intention of doing this shit. But guess what? It's a government. And sometimes you got to finagle to do shit. And even though he's the president, sometimes you got to keep the peace because you might be trying to pass this shit right here. And you're like, all right, well, we can't pass it like that. But if you cut that down, we'll be able to pass this other bill. But if you pass this shit, we only passing it and not that other shit. So sometimes you got to wheel and deal, nigga, to be like, all right, I know I promised these niggas that I was going to wipe their debt. But look, I ain't going to be able to wipe their debt and help get more money to the school system and help with healthcare and do this and trying to help niggas with COVID and blah blah blah. Like I'm not gonna be able to do all that, but maybe if I do a portion of this XYZ. Not capping for the nigga, but politics is politics. And every politician lies. As many as we love and hold so dear to our hearts. I don't know. I only held one, and that was Obama. But they all lie or they make promises that they can't keep. That's just life.
So,
It's just that if are you going to be an embarrassment to the whole country like Trump was? That's the.
well, that's the thing. I don't feel like he was an embarrassment. Honestly, I was about to say Trump is the only one that
Oh, you
I
don't think
feel,
Trump was? You don't. You said you don't think Trump was an embarrassment?
not to the whole country, because I feel like a lot of the country supports his ideals.
He was an
So,
embarrassment to me. I wasn't. I was embarrassed to
yes,
be an American when
no,
he was our fucking president. Like he was
me
an
as well.
embarrassment.
But I believe that he showed us who he was during the election process, and he was still elected. So that says a lot about our government,
And all
because
them niggas that came to the Capitol, they believed in that shit.
not just that, like he did a lot of the shit that he said he was going to do. He really, for his party, for the people that support him, he really did push for things for that party. And so seeing that, it lets me know that the government, the Congress still work with you if it fits their idea of how things should be. And
Right.
at the end of the day, the shit that's going to really benefit us as Black people,
They ain't
that's
gonna
not
agree
going to,
with.
it's not going to. So I'm not. it's like I'm torn with the whole Biden thing because I saw Trump sit his non-qualified ass up in office and make shit happen for his party, and he did it relatively fast. And then I'm just like, Biden's agenda may not fit in with theirs, and maybe he can't do some of the things. But it's like, at what point? I mean, at some point, Trump told his followers, "Fuck it." So, at what point do we do that? I guess I'm conflicted about the whole thing because I don't really trust no politician,
You can't.
and
You
it's
can't.
it's and I still am just looking at everybody in Congress side eye because they acquitted that nigga again, and he was.
That blew my fucking life because it was receipts. These niggas had the most receipts on
Some
how
of
he
them could have lost their lives. Some of the niggas that's
the
supporting
same
him.
niggas that like gave him the thumbs up. I was like, oh no, you good. Like, and I bet you that nigga gonna run again in 4 years.
He's gonna be so old then, though. He's like 75, 76.
Nigga, most of these niggas is look at fucking Bernie. Look at Joe. These niggas is old as shit.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't want no 80-year. Well, Biden's in there, so.
I'm about to say these niggas is old. Most of these white niggas besides the young Bush, they was old as fuck. These white and they fucking age like milk. That's bad. Let me stop. What else is going on? Oh, did you hear about VH1 sent a cease and desist to Zeus
For what?
because VH1 is upset that Zeus is bringing on so many ex VH1 like personalities and shit, and like making like money on top of
So
money.
not VH1, Viacom.
I thought VH1 is under Viacom though, right?
Right, but some of the people that's on there, they're not from VH1 exclusively. They're from the Viacom umbrella.
Because you
Like
think Jocelyn, you got Chance. I really wouldn't count China. She was on like one little joint. Um, I'm hoping they're not talking about Ray J because I feel like Ray J like owns some of Zeus. Or does he
yeah,
not?
I thought he did too,
At first,
but
I
I could
thought
be
it was
wrong.
Black China, but then I was like, well, maybe it's Ray J, or maybe they're just producers
But
of
Bad Girls
Zeus.
Club, it wasn't on VH1.
Yeah, nah, that was MTV, right? What was Bad Girls Club
Oh,
on?
I feel like that was like Oxygen.
It was on Oxygen, you're right. But it's like they are upset because I guess they're taking people that were like big stars on it. But unless it says it in their contract that they can not go to any other networks, I don't understand how that would be valid.
Yeah.
Like, how
I,
would they be able to do that? Like, to be like, nah, you stop having our ex stars on there. Like,
you know what it could be? It could be, although they don't have a case, they could try to drag it in court long, and
and take
Zeus
all their
may not.
money.
Zeus may not have money like that to,
Mm-hmm. To do
support
all
being,
that. Yeah.
and then they just
Patty.
dissolve.
That's petty as fuck. That's how
Big
these
shark
big
eats little
corporations
shark.
do. Right. These big corporations do that all the time. Drag your ass through court. They even do that to like regular people when you're trying to, like, if a company does you wrong, they'll just like tie your ass in court till you can no longer afford that shit and just be like, fuck it, I'm done.
Right.
And they're like, haha, I got you, bitch. But
Yep.
yeah. Not that Zeus is dropping anything new like that. I wish they would. I'm still waiting on the fucking Amarion and B2K joint. Like,
Drea was supposed to have a show on there
look,
too.
let me tell you something. Drea shit was supposed to drop like in the summer of last year, and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff is that same fucking trailer. So I don't know if it's because of COVID. I don't know what it is, but bitches is still doing reality shows during COVID. They just getting tested. So like, you need to be creative, bitch, or just take that shit off of Zeus. Like, take the trailer down and just be like, you know what, we're not having a show. Because Chance done had a whole fucking season for finding love and all this other shit, and here you are just with a trailer and shit. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, but yeah, I think that's all I have because we
That's all
talked
I
about
got.
that. We're going to talk about that the next time.
Oh, Peter Guns and Cisco from Love and Hip Hop New York are going to be boxing. And Peter Gunn said, just because this nigga has 30 pounds on me and he's a little younger, doesn't mean I'll beat his ass. And then
Was they
Amina
beefing? No,
Butterfly.
him and Rich was beefing. So
No,
they
Peter
cool
Guns
though.
and Cisco was beefing too.
Oh, okay.
And so then Amina Butterfly came on and said, "Oh, guys, I hope this isn't still about me." And Peter Gunn said, "Well, yeah, it did start with you, but I just need to learn this young nigga something like that." And so, yeah, they might be boxing, and I
First
want
of all, I want to
them to
watch.
sit
Look,
down. No,
Peter Guns is washed the fuck up, and his old ass needs to sit down some fucking way. Really? A
that's what I
celebrity
see.
boxing match? That's what we doing on the screen.
Celebrity, really? Let's not use that word too loosely.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, well, he was like at one point he was like a really well-known rapper, love and hip hop, like jolted him out to be like the nigga that be knocking up everybody and be having children with everyone. So I mean, kind. I wouldn't say that Cisco is a celebrity because like he's a
Let's
fuck
just
boy,
say reality TV star
reality TV star. I'll go with that.
match.
I'll go with that.
Okay.
Oh, I think today might be Schmurder was getting released from prison
I thought it
finally.
was, is it today or tomorrow?
I thought it was today. I thought I saw that today. By the time y'all hear this, he was supposed to be released.
I
So,
want y'all to know that I saw that that was happening, but I don't know anything about him. So I felt like that wasn't appropriate for me to
well, I don't
talk.
really know him like that, but I know he had this the song, and they got the meme when they be like, "Hey."
Yeah.
But anyway, I heard he was a real nigga, so I'm rocking with him. He you know, stood up, did some time when he could have like asked somebody to do the time for him. But I heard he was a real nigga and did his shit. And so a lot of people are respecting him and waiting for him to get out and are like, as soon as we got you, like we gonna do some music, we gonna hold you down. So we'll see. Yeah. Speaking of music, Meek and Lil
No, no,
Baby.
no.
Huh?
Oh, okay. And little baby. Okay.
What happened? What you was about to say?
I thought she was going to talk about Meek Mill and Takashi because I was about to say I'm not doing that.
I don't even know what's going on with Meek Mill and Takashi. What's happening with
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So Meek Mill and Lil Baby have a song. I don't remember the name of the song, but niggas was frying Meek because of a lyric in the song that they have together where he
Hmm.
said something along the lines of I'm going out with my chopper like Kobe. And yeah, it's too soon for that. Like you have to fucking relax. Obviously he's talking about his gun, but like niggas fuck with Kobe. We was talking about that before, and it's like certain people, it's like, all right, nigga, we still mourning this nigga, so can you not play like that? But then there's other people that's like, nigga, it's rap, and people always be saying like dicey shit that's like disrespectful or like, like, ooh, nigga, that's tough. But yeah,
What I
apparently,
will
like,
say is that I think it depends on the artist and it depends on the celebrity that they're referring to. Because I've heard some spicy ass lyrics from
yeah, for
some
sure.
rappers, and it was too soon, in my opinion, and nobody said anything. So
But I
I
think if
feel
anybody says anything
indifferent.
about
But
Kobe, it's a rap. Like niggas, we said it
exactly.
before about how niggas hold Kobe. They held him on a pedestal when he was living. So
Yeah.
for him to have died so tragically, niggas is still mourning that shit like it happened not a year ago, like it happened like a week ago. So to say something like that, and then it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so I don't really see any lyrics about him going well, honestly.
yeah.
But I feel like if it was a different celebrity and maybe a different rapper, it would be
So
a
you think
different.
if Drake said it, like he wouldn't be getting backlash? Because I feel like Drake can get away with a lot of
I
shit.
feel like if Drake said it now, he would still get backlash because it's too soon
Right,
for a lot of people.
for sure.
But if he said it maybe like 2 years from now, I
Then
feel
he could,
like
yeah. They're like,
if he
oh,
was still the Drake that we know him to be today.
right.
Because
They're
you
like,
never know. In
ooh,
2 years, he might be. Yeah.
right. But yeah, too soon. But I think that's all I have. I don't think nothing else popping, at least that I can think of off the top of my head. So,
Yeah, I don't have anything.
all right.
So what we doing?
Saying goodbye because I don't even know no good, bad, and release.
Okay, I have stuff.
Okay,
So
good. I'm gonna listen to yours.
um damn, what was my bad? What was my bad? Damn, I had it. Okay, so my release is we're releasing I'm releasing other people's perception of me.
Okay.
So if you met me in 2012 and you ain't talked to me since 2012 and you hear my name and you like, that bitch, da, 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 I don't have nothing to do with that. I really don't.
You're definitely not the same Shay from 2012. Like
I
growth.
mean, I don't feel like I'm the same shape from 2017. So it's just like
Like, oh,
I'm releasing that because it's a lot of things that are getting placed on me right now. And I'm like, if you would have presented that to me like 4 years ago, I probably would have been like,
who we need to
yeah,
run up on?
I
Like,
need
do we
to.
need to take this offline? Who we running up on?
No, we're not. We don't need
In
to run
these
up on
COVID
it.
streets. Who we running up on in these COVID streets?
No one.
I'm
But
with it. I already got my all black on, honey. I got the hat on. I'm ready. What you mean?
I'm just saying, like, I know the work that I put in to react differently to certain things, to move differently. I know that I put in work. I'm not
For
saying that
sure.
I'm perfect. I'm
No,
not
but I
saying I
see
don't
the
still
difference for
have
sure.
anger issues sometimes or I'm not still impatient, but no, we're gonna put some respect on my name. So I released that shit. The bad is the bad is that niggas don't understand what intentional quality time is, and I want them to do better with that. It is not enough for you to just be in the same room as me and feel like we spend time together. There's
Right.
nothing intentional about you being on one end of the couch and I on the other, and we doing our own thing. We might as well be in a different universe.
Right.
So the baddest niggas don't understand what that means,
For sure.
and I'm not the type of bitch to beg no nigga to spend time with me. And that's that on that.
Right.
And the good is that I feel like I'm a bad bitch. So
Oh,
there's
and you
that.
are. And you are. How about that? Get it?
What about you?
Let's make up some shit. The bad is what is keto? Because what the fuck am I doing? For the past, let's say 3 weeks to be cute, I have been doing whatever the fucking fuck that I want to do. Like, I have eaten spaghetti, like real spaghetti, because I'm out here making tomato feta pasta, honey, and I'm using real pasta. I made it twice. I did it once
It's
with baked
so
chicken.
good.
It is amazing. I made it once with baked chicken, and then today I made it with shrimp and salmon. Bomb. Good
Mm.
as fuck. So I'm out here eating pasta. Like, I think, oh, I had a fucking ham cheddar sandwich on potato bread because I got potato bread in my house because randomly my daughter wants grilled cheese sandwiches now. I sent that potato bread. I was like, fuck a wrap. Like, put this shit on this potato bread. Like, what about to put this man? Like, I have been bugging with the carbs and I'm not getting on the scale. I used to be addicted to getting on the scale, but I'm scared to see what it says. I already know that my clothes are not fitting the same. So I know I'm gaining. I just need to get it together. When that's going to be, who knows? But eventually, I need to get this shit together. So the bad is like, yeah, keto, and the release is I have been feeling really drained lately, and I don't know what it is. Like I was on a conference call with my team for work, and they were saying maybe it's COVID. It's called the COVID blues or COVID depression. I don't know, something like that. And it was like some people experience it like towards the middle of COVID, where like just the being in the house and the like the everyday seeing the same shit, doing the same shit, not being able to like go freely like you want to. Like, yeah, we're not in jail where we can't leave, but like, it's like a risk every time you leave the house, and then the pressure and the stress of that, and then if you have kids and then working from home and just like all of that, a lot of people were experiencing depression and stuff like that. And I'm not saying it's that I don't feel like it's a depression because I'm not in a sad place or mm, I wouldn't say that I'm not stressed, but I feel like all my life I'm stressed. So it's just like my personality at this point. But I don't know, like I've just been tired. Like when I say tired, like not just like the black woman, like I'm sick and tired of this shit. Like literally
Mm-hmm.
physically tired. Like I would sleep all night and then wake up and be like, I'm not ready to wake up. Like, but obviously I gotta wake up because I gotta log into work. Like, I need a fucking nap, but like, who the fuck has the time to take a nap? Like, when I got shit to do all day. So, I've been trying to be better with taking my vitamins every day to see that it helps. I've gotten back to like when I was at work where I would have to drink coffee. So like I'm starting to try to put more caffeine in my day, whether it's coffee or I'll drink tea as well. But I have just fucking been tired. Like literally, like I always sitting there like I gotta do X. Like today is a perfect example. I had an order that I wanted to do and knock that out. Like that came and I was like, all right, I'm gonna make a couple shirts and what else? It was something else. Oh, and I needed to call Amazon because I ordered some shit like a couple weeks ago. I ain't got my shit. Looked in the app, it was like it's no tracking info. I need you to tell me what the fuck's going on with my shit. Literally did not fucking do either. I literally sat on the couch for 75% of the day. Like I was just tired, bro. Like it's just like my body is like the fuck still. So I don't know what I need to do, but I want to release whatever the fuck is going on with me. Somebody was like, "Hey, did you take a COVID test?" I don't have COVID. Like, let's fucking be clear. Because if I had COVID, everybody in this fucking house will have COVID, and that means everybody in this house will have to be asymptomatic. So that's highly unlikely. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but I just don't think it's COVID. It would suck if it's COVID because goddamn, a lot of people I'm putting at risk, but I don't think it's COVID. I don't have any other symptoms. Like I don't have a fever, like no headaches, like none of that COVID shit. But I mean, COVID's fucking symptoms could be menstrual cramps, and like
I
I
was
got
gonna say.
COVID. So it's you never know. But I don't know. But I want to release that because I'm tired of being tired. Like I'm exhausted and yeah. So the good is so my boo, y'all know the faithful listeners know that my daughter does all-star cheer. So 2 weekends ago, they had their showcase for their season opener. And then this past weekend, they had their first competition. So my daughter's team is doing all virtual competitions this season. So don't come for me for I cuss y'all the fuck out. No, we're not going to actual in-person competitions. Even though there are a lot of cheer teams that have been going to in-person competitions because I've been seeing it up and through my timeline. Just not for me, and I'm so glad that her program aligns with how I'm feeling because I don't feel
Right.
comfortable with in person. So with virtual competitions, basically you compete at your gym, like where you practice at, and you either stream it live where the judges see you streaming it live, and then like you can log into that whatever platform they're streaming it on and watch it that way, or they have them where you do a recording of the routine and then you submit it, and then a couple of days later they have a broadcast where you can see the videos of all the teams that submitted their routines, and then at the end they'll have the judges the responses and like what you placed and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing all season, and they did so good in their competition this weekend. She's on two teams this season. One first place and the other one second place. So kudos to
Yes.
Boo, and she's been doing so good, and I've been so proud of how
And
my
she
daughter.
has straight A's.
Yes, like Bay has been doing so good, and I'm so proud of her on how she's transitioned through this whole COVID thing. Like, not only is she adjusting to school being virtual and not being able to see her friends from school every day, she went to another whole cheer program, so she's adjusting to new girls, new coaches. They have her doing new stuff. Like she's been cheering since she was 4. She's only been a flyer. They have her being a flyer and a base, so she's learning new stuff, adapting. Then in school, sis got straight A's 2 semesters in a row. Then she started her YouTube page. Check her out, it's Carly's World. But anyway, she got her YouTube page, and it's like sis is just flourishing, and I'm like really proud with how she's adjusting. I'm like, that's my daughter. That's my daughter. But yeah, so I guess that's the good that like everything's going good with her. Knock on wood, she's adjusting, she's having fun, and we just need to get on my son because like he's in this bitch, but you know. We'll get
Lil
there.
Saint is young. He's not thinking about that right now.
He is not thinking about a motherfucking thing, but what the fuck he wants. Like, Sir has his own room now, and he doesn't want to be there at night. He's like, no.
Oh.
So, like, he'll play in his room all day. When the sun goes down, he doesn't want to be in there. He goes in my daughter's room, or he'll come downstairs with us. One time, I said, go to. First of all, it feels so good to say, go to your room. So I was like, go to your room. My man was sitting in the doorway of his room, and you know how the rooms are set up. so that he can see into my daughter's room, but was leaning in so that he could see the TV in his room. So he didn't want to be in there. I was like, sir, this is not gonna fucking work. Like, you have to fucking relax. And for the listeners, like, my son didn't have his own room. It was a guest room. So we converted our guest room into his own bedroom because he's older and he needs to get the fuck out of my bedroom. So it's like his room / guest room. So like when Shay comes to visit us, like, you'll still have the room to stay in there. He can come in back into our room or whatever. But yeah, like, he needs to get used to it, sir. Like, you have a place, your own TV. Like, we literally he has his own. Well, we didn't buy his own TV, but my daughter a new TV, and he got the hand me down joint. He has his own TV, all his toys in one place, and it is lit until the sun goes down, and he's just like,
Nah.
I'm not fucking with this shit. Not fucking with this well lit room. You got me fucked up. Listen, we thank y'all niggas and non-niggas
Thank y'all
for tuning in. We want y'all to fucking tune in, and yes, I'm talking aggressive to you. Tune into Clubhouse and join this conversation. I'm telling y'all, it will not disappoint. We have a great conversations, and the good thing is, it is just not me and Shay talking. Literally, we have the people engaging. They're bringing up topics. We're answering stuff. Like, we post stuff on our Instagram. Like, what's a topic that you want us to talk about? What do you want to hear us talk about? And we appreciate for the people that did send stuff, the ones that didn't send nothing. What the fuck is up? But we thank y'all for tuning in and our loyal supporters. We appreciate you. But fucking tune in the Clubhouse. We even say, if y'all need a goddamn invitation, to hit us up, because I have a couple just sitting there lingering with
I
nobody to
do
invite.
as well.
You have to have an iPhone, unfortunately, so I can't override that. But if you do have an iPhone and you're not on
I
Clubhouse,
mean, we've been telling you to switch, so
been telling y'all, go ahead and DM us on Instagram at the Chatty Patties. And depending on who you are, if you ain't no creeper, we'll go ahead and send y'all an invitation. So don't forget to tell a friend to even to listen to this. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to our fucking YouTube channel. Make sure you comment and let us know that you like this banging ass video. And those who are listening and streaming this, make sure you tell a friend and go ahead and catch up. Some of y'all haven't listened to some of the old episodes, so go the fuck back and listen to this other shit. Because sometimes y'all listen to these new episodes and you don't know what the fuck we're talking about, and it has been addressed. So thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week on Clubhouse.
bye.
Bye, y'all.